Hey, what's up? It's Stacey Storino. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to day 9 of the Quarantine Reboot Bootcamp experience, a special series that will help you make the most of your life while in quarantine, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually, or ethically if you're not a religious or spiritual person. No big deal. In today's video, I'm going to teach you what Chow Time is and what it should be and what it should involve in order to make the best of not just the Quarantine Reboot Bootcamp experience, but the rest of your life once quarantine and the global pandemic itself is over. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a single day of this series. Now look, if you missed day 1 of the Quarantine Reboot Bootcamp experience, I'd recommend that you watch it because it really does lay the groundwork for how the next few weeks are going to go. So please make sure that you check it out. But here, we're talking about Chow Time. Most folks love to eat, or at the very least, don't mind eating. So this video should be fun, but I bet it'll have a few surprises in it for you too. You are what you eat. You've very likely heard that before. If you're going to be a strong and healthy soldier in the war against all that's evil in your life, then you've got to start eating cleaner in order to handle all of that. You want to build up your immune system, and you also want to have more energy, right? Pandemic or no pandemic, it's something you want to have on lock. You'll also not just feel better, you may lose weight, and you very likely will look better than you've been because when done right, Chow Time during phase 2 or the red phase or Patriot phase of the Quarantine Reboot Bootcamp experience will have you engage in the proper type of hydration. And you'll be more mindful about nutrition. So if you follow through on what I'm discussing in today's video, you'll likely be more hydrated, so you'll likely have cleaner looking skin and a healthier look about you over time. Want to lose weight? Sure. Exercise is part of the war you're fighting, and you want to make sure, if you haven't already, that you check out day 8 in this series for more information about how to be less sedentary and more active, especially while in quarantine. I've even got tips as to how to spend your sedentary leisure time more intelligently too. But here, sure, exercise is part of the fight, but it doesn't make up all of it. Every bite and sip that you take is a vote towards whether you want to be healthy or not. I'm not trying to be mean, but I do you no favors by pulling any punches either, rebooter, okay? The bottom line is you have to do some soul searching today. Do you need to eat less? Take in more calories than you burn in a day, and that's exactly how you gain weight. This isn't rocket science, but also reflect, what do you eat? What you do eat, is it too much? Not too much in terms of quantity, but what it looks like in terms of quality. Is that poor? Be honest with yourself. You're in lockdown. You've got the time to honestly reflect on your life choices, and the type of nutrition you and or your family takes in is just a worthy thing to reflect on. Don't beat yourself up, because that doesn't help anyone, but do be honest with yourself. You know what? Before we go any further, I do have a disclaimer to lay down. This guidance should not replace any medical guidance, especially in case of any health condition. You should always check with your doctor and or healthcare provider or providers before engaging in any form of exercise and or major changes in diet to be on the safe side. Use telemedicine if you need to, but check in if you've got to check in, okay, rebooter? Now, in the military's version of boot camp, eating meals or chow time, is a way to provide your body with fuel to face the coming day's punishing training. It's not a personal privilege. It's not recreational activity. This school of thought is doubly important here while you're in quarantine. Sure, you're encouraged to work out and or engage in physical activity for anywhere from 30 minutes a day to, and you may have to work towards this, up to an hour per day, even if it's low impact in nature. But while you're in quarantine, if you're engaging in pity eating and or unconscious eating, it's time to get more mindful ASAP. So to do things right, ideally, you'd have 3 meals a day, and the routinized schedule you set up for yourself in day 7 will have those meal times plotted out already. You can have 2 snacks a day, but no unmitigated endless feed bag sessions like you might have been treating yourself to when the pandemic first started. By the same token, I'm not going to ask that you all but gargle kale every meal of every day. You won't do it. You and I both know you won't. I mean, let's face the facts. I can pull out a food pyramid and you'll just ignore it. Cue the eye roll. I can quote from a bunch of studies that doctors and statistics from food gurus and certified nutritionists, and your eyes will glaze over faster than a donut. Instead, all I'm asking that you do, for starters, is to be more mindful about what you put in your mouth. I'm asking you to be more intentional about working your way progressively towards cleaner fuel that you'll consume day by day, week by week. I want you to look at the way in which you view food, and I'm going to show you in a likely surprising way how to look at the type and portion sizes of the food that you should be eating so that you're not just unconsciously inhaling all day long. And if you have access to healthcare providers and certified nutritionists, by all means, please involve them in the dialogue and your personal considerations. I'm begging you to do that, quite frankly. Now, the United States Army does not look at caloric intake pure and simple when it considers the concept of nutrition. It's all cast against the backdrop of what's known as energy balance. What the heck does that mean? You can eat 3 meals a day, let's say, and have 2 snacks too, and maintain a proper weight as long as your body is in energy balance, which means that the number of calories you use or burn through physical activity equals the numbers of calories that you consume. Therefore, as the next 2 weeks in phase 2 go by, I'm certainly not going to ask that you eat a few carrots and a tablespoon of hummus and call it a meal. That's the good news. And if you're taking what I discussed in day 8's video seriously, you're going to be using or burning more calories than you've been. And if you're game, you'll steadily increase the number of calories burnt over the course of red phase. Great! You can also take in fuel properly without having to resort to expensive protein shakes with a chaser of raw okra. Sure, seriously. I mean, if you want to do that, great. If you don't, there's another way to get more finicky about your fuel. Face the facts. You're gonna chuck fast food, fried food, whole milk, creamy salad dressing, and cooking with straight up lard or meat fat. Come on, Rebooter, you knew this was coming. You can have eggs, but try to stick to the egg whites instead of the yolks. You should move through the spectrum slowly but surely over the next 2 weeks and beyond in terms of doing away with white bread for even the most soft-core version of wheat bread to start. It's a step in the right direction, right? You'll move slowly across the spectrum of getting rid of whole milk to go to 2% milk, 1% milk, skim milk, no fat milk, and then maybe, just maybe, you go to coconut milk or almond milk, something like that. You can cut down slowly on your consumption of sodas and energy drinks so you don't crash and go through massive withdrawals until, let's say, you're down to juice that you cut by 50% with water, or dare I say, straight up water. Find water boring? Throw in a lemon or lime. You're probably not eating or otherwise ingesting enough fruit to begin with, so that's a great idea. Drink more teas and less coffee, and if you gotta do coffee, do it black. And if you think you should be using iceberg lettuce for your salads, taco toppings, and that sort of thing, well, I guess if that's where you need to start, fine. But I'd make a point of switching over to spinach, even if you start off with a blend of 50% spinach and 50% iceberg lettuce, just to get used to things and adjust slowly. No one's trying to get you to crash land into eating perfectly. I mean, if you want to, great. If you need to wean yourself slowly from the sludge you've been sucking down, then that's what you need to do. As long as you're moving in the right direction, and catch yourself if and when you backslide or plateau, I'm saying you're doing great. Use oil for cooking, but try to make it olive oil or sunflower oil and not vegetable oil. That's easy enough to do, right? Little changes but done throughout your menu stack up and compound into better and better results over time, faster and faster too. What can you enjoy? Fish, boneless and skinless chicken, lean meats, egg whites, whole grain breads and pastas, beans, rice, vegetables, fruits. Please avoid canned or packaged fruits and sugary suspensions. Yogurt. I mean, there's a lot left that you can eat for sure. Now, just cutting out soda altogether, especially if you drank it on the daily beforehand, can make a big difference on its own. You can lose around 3 to 5 pounds in a week. I lost 5 pounds when I gave it up years ago. Why would this be surprising? It's empty calories and a sugary suspension of its own that's also high in sodium. In fact, drinks such as fruit juices and any other form of drink or energy drink, anything that contains more than 10% carbohydrates, will not only contain unnecessary sugar, sodium, and calories, but they may also cause abdominal cramps, nausea, and diarrhea on their own. So if you have any such problems, guess what the cause, or one of the causes, may be? Time to cut that stuff out and switch over to black coffee, tea, water, that sort of thing. Yes, this goes for sports drinks too. Sure, you may be working out more now as you're moving through phase 2 or the red phase of the Quarantine Reboot Bootcamp experience, so you might think that sports drinks are perfect for you now. And while it's better, comparatively speaking, than chugging alcohol or even root beer, honestly, you should avoid this kind of beverage too. Save your money. There's just no substitute for cool, plain water, especially before, during, and after a workout. No calories, no sugars, no cost, and no nonsense. In fact, that reminds me to mention to you that you should be drinking water before, during, and after exercise in order to prevent dehydration and to help you to avoid injury. Water plays an important role in terms of maintaining normal body temperature. It can help you avoid Charlie horses or leg cramps. The evaporation of sweat helps to cool the body during exercise, true, but when that hydration leaves your body to do its job, it needs to be replenished by the very essential nutrient that is water. The only people who might, and I mean might, gain any true benefit to sports drinks are those who are going to engage in physical training of any kind that is high impact and lasts for a prolonged period of time. But we are talking about an hour and a half or more to clip. And no offense, rebooter, but it is highly unlikely that that person is you. If it is, then you're golden. If not, dump the sports drinks. It's caloric filler and a waste of money and just pure overkill. Stick with water. It'll get the job done without introducing any extra sugar, carbs, or calories into the mix. And before you draw the conclusion that 8-ounce glasses of water a day is sufficient, that's not actually 100% true. Surprise! There's actually a formula that you can run to determine how much water you should consume in a 24-hour period. Believe it or not, you should be drinking 50% of your body weight in ounces a day. That number rises to 75% if you're active, meaning you engage in truly physical, medium to high impact activity for more than 1 hour a day. And if you live in a dry climate, without being super active, you need to add to whatever that formula yields you another 2 8-ounce glasses of water to top things off. And if you are super active, make that a total of 4 additional glasses. Yup, you're probably not drinking enough water, are you? And here you were thinking that drinking water was something you could do on autopilot, weren't you? Nope. What I want you to come away from this video with is that you need to be more intentional about the fuel that you feed your body, no matter how active you are or aren't currently. I'm not asking for you to do anything extreme or even necessarily expensive, but I am asking for you to help yourself to become a stronger and healthier version of you, rebooter. No more unconscious eating. Be mindful, be careful, and be more loving to yourself. You need every last advantage possible, not just to get through the pandemic and survive, but to thrive as better days arrive. Now, make sure you hit that notification bell, because in the next video of this series, I've got more tips for you, and I'll share with you how to set up your civilian MREs as you move forward with the Quarantine Reboot Bootcamp experience. Wait, you have no idea what I'm talking about? Oh, we're gonna have fun in the next video. You do not want to miss that video. I'm going to continue this conversation there. While you're waiting for the next video in this series, I want you to know that I have a ton of resources available on this channel if you're an entrepreneur mom, entrepreneur parent, or you're an entrepreneur and or you want to be. So please check these 2 videos out in the meantime. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.